The first is that, now let's see. This is, I hope that you can see my screen now. Can you see?
जी.
Okay. So this is all about the NET, and in the next few minutes, we will learn about the basic things about the task, the layout, and the pattern, and the disciplines over there. So it's really a dream place to be the student of NUST. So let's see, the first is, that is, what is NET, task for NUST? So the basic, there's a big question. So all the students are dreaming for the NUST, that they must be over there. So they will have to clear the NUST entry test. So answer is very simple. Simple in the sense that what is the NET test for NUST? So we will talk about the complete information in this presentation. NUST entry test. So it's an entry test. As each and every professional college is conducting the entry test for the admissions, so the NUST is conducting its own test based on computer and paper based. Held by NUST, so definitely it's conducted by the NUST and independently. And this is what we can say required for undergraduate admission. So there are so many disciplines, undergraduate and postgraduate studies over there. So this test is valid only for the undergraduate admissions. Next is admission level undergraduate. So there are so many departments and disciplines students are selecting at their own choice, and they will have to go a separate test for each and every level of study. So test paid, written, online, computer based. So at present these two versions are available. The first version, if you are appearing in the NUST campus, so you will have to be take your test on the online. What I mean to say online mean that is the computer based. So you will have to go to the campus, and there you will get the laptop, and you will have to whatever you are taking your test on the computer based. So as not in the sense that this is not on the line that you are taking the test sitting at your home. Written tests, the other venues for the Quetta and Karachi. So these are the two other venues where the computer-based test is not, the facility of computer-based test is not available over there. So at there they are still conducting on the paper-based, the bubble sheets and the booklets, and students are to fill all those. So the next is that after talking about the mode of conduct, the test types MCQs. So there is no subjective type of the test. So there are the four choices, and you will have to select one of the right answer for those MCQs. So it's just a matter of seconds for one question. And next is the very what we can say the basic information is valid within Pakistan. So this test is only valid for the Pakistan. What I mean to say, this is particularly for the NUST and its affiliated institution. And there are few institutions. Then it's not international test comparatively. As we can say, the SAT and ACT test, those are international tests, and you can get the admission anywhere in the world. But this is only valid for the Pakistan. That is only for NUST and affiliated institution. Its validity period is 1 year. So thrice a year this test is being conducting now. And if you are just taking one NET 1, 2, or 3, but the result will remain valid for the 1 year. That is what we can say for the current year admission. If you are in the academic year of the admission. So next is, these are the basic facts. So total phases, there are 3 phases. So NET 1, you can appear NET 2 and NET 3 for whole year. And you can submit the best scoring for the admission for that year in which you are appearing for the 3 phases. So you can take as many chances as you like to appear in that year. For that particular year, you can get maximum 3 chances, and if you are more willing for the next year, so you can also try 3 more chances. So for every year, the admission for that particular years, only 3 phases would be available for a student to take test. The next is what we can say, the syllabus. So this is a big question, that from where the questions are being over there. So FSC, and this is a higher secondary school certificate or equivalent. It's mean A level or some other exams. So that must be the equivalent to that FSC, what we can say. So this is the syllabus, and syllabus is not described in the way that these are the particular portions or chapters or whatsoever, but this is round about these books. And there are so many boards, the Federal Board, KPK Board, Punjab Tax Board, and Sindh Tax Board, and because it's for the whole of the country, so each and every board, the books are over there, and they are selecting all those questions from all these books. So we cannot restrict ourselves to only the one textbook, or we cannot recommend even that the student must go through all those books only for the one particular textbook. So it's nature, the syllabus of the nature is so wide, so student will have to take care of all the books available around the textbooks board in Pakistan. Next, I'm sure that you are with me. Are you getting all these things? So if you have any query, so you can ask, but it's just only the information, and later on we will talk about the actual question, the sample papers, the previous papers, and we will talk about the weightage of each and every subject, and we will go through the real questions also. But these are the basic information, and that's why I'm recording this for the other students, for the other people. They are demanding and they are asking so many questions about the NET, about the admission in us. So that's why I'm taking this opportunity just to record this and send them, or just publish it on a YouTube channel, that everybody should get these what we can say basic information. And if there is any query, so they can ask further, and I will continue this process. So the syllabus is all about the FSC level, and total marks 200. So out of 200, you will have to get the maximum, and to be at the top. So next is the negative marking. There is no negative marking. So once there was a rule that there was a negative marking in each and every entry test, even the MD-CAT test of Punjab medical colleges and all engineering colleges, that 0.5 marks are deducted if you are marking the wrong answer. But now the negative marking, there is no concept. So each and everybody should go for the end, and they can hit and try the right answer. So there is no negative marking. So it's no danger to try any choice. Anyhow, so next is that the people are asking about this, that difficulty level. So it's a very basic question, a big question. So many students are asking what is the level of this test, that from where we should get prepared for the actual test. So what is the level of difficulty? So it's a medium. Medium mean it's not a very simple or easy, it's not a very difficult level. So it's in between somewhere. The questions are jumbled up in a way that some portions you cannot say that the easier questions are at the initial stage or at the later on. So they are just keeping the sequence in a what we can say randomly selected question of each and every level. But overall, it's a medium level. But we can say that if a student going through all his textbooks and the other relevant material, so the level of difficulty at the end, we can say it's a medium, not a very difficult one. So the next is the registration fee is 38, and this is varying all about the computer-based and paper-based. But it's next is that if we are just for more details, so anybody can call on this number. So this was just the orientation, but I have one more presentation for you also. So let me stop sharing this, and one more is that if I can get the next one, that is the type of the questions. So let me show right from the starting. So next is test types. As we were saying that MCQs, and if we are just starting from the beginning, so very quickly we are going through, and we have the actual test now. The sample papers are available. So first is the test, entry test, and next is we have gone through this, and
आपकी स्क्रीन ही शेयर हो
okay, let me share now if it's okay, no problem. We were I'm sure that now it is being shared.
जी
Okay, so next entry test. So first slides were all about those which were about the tests, and this is for the new one, that NUST entry test NET subjects for engineering. So many students are interested in these disciplines, so that's why I am putting this slide and its breakdown. NUST entry test NET subjects for engineering. So here the subjects and their weightage. Mathematics 80 questions, round about 80 questions. Physics there are 60 questions. Chemistry 30 questions. English 20, and intelligence 10% or 10 questions are coming from the what we can say during this test. So this is basically there is no medical discipline over there in this. So engineering mean that there are so many software engineering, electrical engineering, hardware, IT, and there are so many engineering branches. So that's why their weightage is slightly different for the other. But overall, when you are opting for the engineering to get the admission in NUST, so the maximum weightage is given to mathematics. And definitely we will talk about all those questions. 80 questions, 80% you can say also. Physics, then the second weightage is of the physics, and chemistry 30, English 20, and intelligence. So these are the two portion. The intelligence, sometimes they are changing it with the aptitude test. Sometimes they are replacing with the general knowledge, current affairs, this and that. But intelligence test, only 10%. There are some more disciplines where this weightage is increasing gradually. But for the engineering students who are seeking the admission in this different department of engineering, so only the 10% weightage is given to the intelligence level. So we will talk about all those intelligence questions and their types and their formats, and we will solve those. But that should be kept in mind that they are also measuring the intelligence level of the students. And English, it's all about everywhere. So we will talk about the particular pattern that what is those questions, what are those questions, and what is the pattern that if you are looking for the admission in engineering, what type of the English is required over there. So that's why they are just testing the student, their level of comprehension of the English, that is the medium of instruction over there. Anyhow, the next is that some people are also interested in the last entry test subject for BS mathematics. So this is a great opportunity to get the degree from this institution. So it's a mathematics 170 questions. There's no physics and there's no intelligence. Now the question is for you that have you applied for this?
No.
No, so you are not interested to get the admission in BS mathematics anyhow. So if somebody is interested, so he will have to focus, or she will have to focus on the only subject is mathematics. English is always there, and intelligence, that is the 10% only. So if you are purely interested in BS mathematics, so you will have to focus only one subject, that is mathematics 170 question. Anyhow, you have applied for those, what were those? I'm not recalling those. What you were
Engineering and business.
engineering. So that was for the first portion was for you. So you applied for this discipline.
Okay.
So you will have to prepare 80% of your test from mathematics. And definitely I will be with you and we will get the all those questions. Anyhow, so this was for all those students who are interested to get the admission in BS mathematics. Next is that is also about the discipline. Test made written online, we have talked about this, and the types of question, the same MCQs and valid for this, so 1 year. So we are just going to end this, and one more presentation is there, that is the actual thing, so that is coming. I'm just going to share the next that is the real test, and this will come over here. Okay, so I'm sure now it is being shared with you.
Ji.
Any change? Okay, now you can see something changing over there on your screen. So let me add the zooming mode. So now it's you can see the picture also. So that may be the Sherlock home, Sherlock block, or whatsoever, that is Shujat block, and University of main office. Anyhow, it's a dream place, the dream building, very prominent. The what we can say, mesmerizing the things over there. Anyhow, so it's all about the scene and what we are over here, that is for the NET last. So in this presentation you will come really you will see that what are those questions and what should be the level of preparation. Anyhow, so syllabus 2022. So although the syllabus is the same, but there are some minor changes accordingly. So let's see that if you are interested in engineering, as you are saying, the weightage of mathematics is 40%. So this is all about the final merit weightage. So if you are interested in engineering, as you are saying that you have applied for this, have you applied for this?
Ji.
Okay, so you will have to focus on these weightages, that now the mathematics 40% and physics 30%, chemistry 15, English 10, intelligence 5. So whatsoever the question 200 or 300 or whatsoever, but at the final stage when they are preparing the merit for the admission, so they are just giving the weightages to all these portions. So once again, here we can say mathematics, physics, these are the major portion, and definitely we have a lot of questions, question banks with us. So definitely we'll come out with the mathematics and physics, all those questions, because we are doing the MD-CAT, so the physics is also there in MD-CAT test. So recently we have concluded that course online. So we have a lot of questions of physics and mathematics. We are preparing, and very soon we'll get a rich question bank of mathematics also. Chemistry, we have a lot of question. English, so it's no problem. Everywhere there are the questions. And intelligence, so we have a lot of samples, a lot of questions, because we are also conducting the commissioning courses. So we have a great portion of intelligence testers. And now the next is that if somebody is interested in the this is all about that, the quantitative mathematics. So this was actually the business quantitative. You applied for 3 disciplines. How many disciplines? 2.
Two.
One is the engineering, and the next is
Business.
business. So this is actually the business breakdown. The quantitative basic mathematics, that is all about the MBA, MPA, and business administration and communication. So these are mixing up a collection of a few degrees, a few departments. So the test is being conducted over there. So this just skip this headline, come to this point, that quantitative basic mathematics 40%, English 40%, and that is a special type of the English about the business communication, and intelligence 20%. Now they are looking more intelligent people in business, and quantitative, as I was saying, that is a 40%. So these are the 3 portions only. So you will have to focus the basic mathematics. It's a slightly different from all those books of the syllabus, FSC syllabus. But anyhow, we have a lot of questions. English, now it's a 40%. Intelligence, so 20% instead of 5%. So more intelligent people are required for the business study. Anyhow, so the next is, so here what we were talking about, that was the engineering, that was the engineering and mathematics. And the next is, so please read, if you can read my slide.
What is the syllabus of entry test subjects and format of questions? NUST entry test is primarily based on FAFSC level studies part 1 and part 2, and questions are in form of MCQs with 4 answer options each. The paper of English is on the pattern of SAT exam. The test also includes intelligence part. A sample paper can be seen on NUST website. Textbooks are consulted while developing the question bank. Grasping the concepts available in different textbooks will be beneficial.
So this is all about that it's FSC based. Only change is about the English portion, that is on the SAT. So luckily we have a lot of questions about the SAT. So we have conducted 3 to 4 courses online. So that's why we have a lot of questions about the SAT. We have the original books. Those were printed in USA, and we got all those books from there. So SAT English portion is no problem. So this is for the what we can say business department, business admissions. And next is the NET patterns. So mathematics, as we were saying, engineering 40%, 30%, 15, English, and 5. And BS computer sciences, if somebody is definitely they will watch or this video, we will make this video. So if somebody is interested, BS computer science, so these are the weightages of those. So this was BBA, BS public administration. So I'm sure that you applied for this. Am I right? Applied for this BBA. Okay. Anyhow, so we have gone through this also. Now the next is that maths MCQs. So this is the time to be on the edges, because here you will see a lot of questions. What I mean to say, these are only the sample questions, but definitely when we will formally start this course, so you will find this type of the pattern. So please read this one.
Which one of the following is the real part of the complex number 6 into 2 minus 3 iota?
Okay, so there are 4 options. So first see the option that select your answer. So the second and the third. So what is the answer?
6.
6. So you are saying 6. That is the real part of the complex number. But the right choice is 12. Why? Because 6 is multiplying. 6 is multiplying with that. So 6 2s are 12 and minus 18 iota. So iota part is the complex part. And they are asking about the real part. Am I right?
Ji.
What they are asking for, which of the following is the real part of the complex number? So it's a complex number and you're looking for the real part. So real part is 6 2s are 12. If you are saying 2, it's having some sense. But what you are saying 6 is multiplying with each and everything. So that's wrong. This time you are wrong. But eventually you will be connected to the all those topics which were in the first year. Anyhow, it's just a sample. It's not real test. So the next question is coming up over here. So maths MCQs, irrational numbers are. So let me show the 4 options just to be what we can say restricted to a particular answer. We are not looking for the definitions, but we have the 4 options. Terminating decimal, next is, please read the second choice.
Non-terminating decimals.
And next is?
Non-terminating repeating decimals.
And the fourth one is?
Non-terminating, non-repeating.
So you are going for which option?
Non-repeating decimals.
So it's mean your choice is B.
G.
Okay, so let's see. But here it's a D. Why it is D? Let me explain. Now, when you're talking about the irrational numbers, so that is non-terminating. The addition process will never be completed over there. It's the first thing. The non-repeating, what I mean to say, non-repeating in the sense that the numbers are now non-repeating. As a good example is pi, that is 22 upon 7. If you can use any calculator, even the supercomputer, there will be no end, non-repeating and non-occurring, non-terminating digits are appearing over there. So that's why similarly under root 2, that these are all the irrational numbers. So the basic thing about the irrational number is that non-terminating, non-repeating. Anyhow, we are moving to the next question. So please read this.
Modulus of 15 iota plus 20 is?
Okay, so let me show. Please read this one. 20.
20.
And next is?
15.
And one more is?
25.
And the last is?
None of the above.
So you can think about, take your time and just mark the right one. So you can go for any option. Modulus. So which is the option? Are you calculating? Are you thinking? You are mentally doing some mathematics?
G.
Okay, it's a very good sign. If you can do it mathematically, in your mind only, not on paper and pen. So it's an excellent way. Anyhow, Let's see which one is the answer. So you can go for any. There is no negative marking.
20.
20. So you are going for 20. So how can we find the modulus of a complex number? There must be a procedure. It's all about the mathematics. So actually, when you are looking for the modulus, that is the square of the x square plus y square. So x is the real number, that is 20. If you are taking the square of 20 plus square of 15 and taking the square after adding these two squares, take the square root. So answer must be 25. Let me check myself. Okay, it's a 25. Are you getting this?
G.
Okay, so it's all about the recall of all those previous memories. So if you are taking the test on the next month, the 15th of the next month, so you will have to just recall all those things which were in the previous book, in the first year books. Anyhow, that was all about from that portion. The next is, please read this one.
The additive inverse of a real number is
A. Actually, real number A. The additive inverse of a real number is A. So 0 minus A plus A, and it's a minus A because we are looking for this. Because,
sign change.
yes, this is a sign change because it's just this A is adjective, what we can say, the article, but this was, that should be in the commas. But anyhow, that was a little bit confusing, but anyhow, it's a simple one. Okay, please read this question.
Conjugate of complex number minus A minus B is.
So let's see the options. This, B, C, and the last one is this. So which one? Conjugate.
Minus A part minus A and positive B.
Okay, yes, this time you are absolutely right. That conjugate means that we are just inverting the sign of complex part. That is the second part, B. Okay, that was negative. Here it is becoming positive. And here we have the right answer also. So, correct. Next is, please read this one.
Number of ways of solving a quadratic equation.
Okay, the options are, please read this one.
1, 3, 2, and 4.
So, what is your choice?
3, B part.
Okay, absolutely right. So, next question is, please read this one.
If P of x is a polynomial of degree m and Q of x is a polynomial of degree n, the quotient P of x plus Q of x will produce a polynomial of degree.
Okay. So, choices are
Mn plus a quotient, m minus n plus a remainder, m divided by n plus a factor, and m plus n plus a remainder.
So these Mn, these are the degrees of P and Q's respectively. So if you are adding these, so what will be the answer?
A part mn plus a quotient.
A option, m into n plus the quotient.
A.
That's the second one. Because m in plus a remainder. So what is that? That Px is a polynomial of degree m and Qx is a polynomial of degree. The quotient P plus Q will produce a polynomial degree. When you are adding these two, so at the end, actually there is a one mistake in this question. That symbol is of division. Okay. So here is something wrong. That's why you are confusing. If you are dividing p qx, so that is, you will get the quotient in this way, and whatsoever the remainder is. So if this is not completely divided, so this symbol is actually this one, the division. So this is the correction in this question. Anyhow, I will recheck this, but anyhow, this was the question. We will have to rethink about that. Anyhow, the next is, yes, here is the next question. Please read this one.
If the discriminant of a quadratic equation is a perfect square, then roots are.
Okay. So the choices are
Real and equal.
good. Next is,
Complex.
and next is,
Rational. Irrational.
so your choice is
Real and equal.
real and equal. If a discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, is a perfect square, then the roots are rational. Real and equal mean that when it is greater than 0, complex when it is less than 0, irrational when it is not a perfect square. So these are the 4 conditions. So you can go to the chapter number 4 and recheck the answer also. So there was all these characteristics based on the discriminant, that was b square minus 4ac of a quadratic equation. Anyhow, this is a good recall. Okay, the next is, please read this one.
Complex roots of real quadratic equation always occur in.
Yes. So complex roots. The choices are conjugate pair, ordered pair, reciprocal pair, and none of these.
Conjugate pairs.
Conjugate pairs. Yes, absolutely right. Plus minus iota. So we have less than 1 minute to this meeting, and we will end this for this day, and we will continue for the next time. So we have one few seconds to continue this. So at the end, we will say Allah Hafiz. Anyhow, please read this one.
A number exceeds its square root by 6, the number is.
So which one is the option?
3.
The number exceeds to its square root by 6. The number is 3. Good. So this is all about the general mathematics that was included in the business discipline. Anyhow, we will talk about those questions.